This is the TeamClearCoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun, and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave, and this is our show. And the one thing we didn't talk about was who's going to bring us in.
I know, we both had a panicked look on our face, like halfway through the theme music, like, oh, we didn't talk about this.
We talked about everything else. I'm Dave.
I am Ian.
This is the TeamClearCoat podcast.
And we seem like we are less prepared than normal, which is something.
Right, because we prepared a lot.
We prepared too much, and now we're unprepared as a result. Does that make sense to anyone?
Ian, you know what we've been preparing for?
I do know what we have been preparing for. We have been preparing to celebrate our 200th episode, sir.
That is correct. 200th episode. So we're doing a live event at Unser Karting here in Denver. Everyone listening already knows this.
Hopefully.
Buy a ticket, June 18th, a school night.
Yes.
Come out race.
All you can race from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then at 9 p.m. they'll shut down the track.
Yep.
And they're gonna hand the place over to us two idiots.
I know, right?
And we're gonna do this in front of people.
Yeah.
Who knows how it's gonna go?
Hilarious, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Come out, drink some beer and watch us do well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So I do want to shout out our buddy Jessie. Mm-hmm. We reached out to her to invite her to the 200th episode because obviously we love the stuff that she sends us.
Yes.
And she's been karting with us before. Fantastic member of the automotive community here in Denver. And so Ian, you were running the TeamClearCoat Twitter account at the time.
Okay.
When you sent...
This happened more than 6 hours ago, so I've forgotten all about it.
Okay. She said she may show up, but you said you decided to get a little quippy with her back. Mm-hmm. You remember this at all?
Oh, yeah. No, it's coming back to me now.
And you said, please come either way and bring some friends or whoever happens to help push your Fiat the rest of the way to the event.
That's a fantastic joke.
She slapped back with an even better one.
She did.
She said, hey, I may show up on a flatbed, but at least I have my original oil pan.
That's true. That's low. It's low. Lower than my car even. Hey-oh. It's not. It's not lower than my car.
So thank you, Jessie. That made my day when you said that. Yeah. Speaking of Jessie, she has a My Eyes for us.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Let's do that real quick. All right. Yeah, look at that. She saw this in her neighborhood. Nissan Altima with a Landau.
That is an extra Landau.
I have to say, I think that this is a... I don't know if anybody has ever postulated this before, but I think I have a new automotive equation for us, Ian.
Oh.
Okay, so the amount of modifications a car has, different than like the bone stock thing.
Okay.
Whenever damage or clapped outedness happens to that car, the more tragic it is.
Oh, well, this is unfortunate to hear about my Volkswagen.
Well, true, which makes your peeling clear coat and cracked 17 oil pans much more tragic than if it just happened to a bone stock R32.
Right.
But this person obviously wanted a little bit something different. They have either spray painted the stock wheels or put different wheels on it, a Landau, and it's suffered a bit of an impact. And so the trunk is a little askew. It's got a dent over the rear passenger quarter panel. But I think if that was just on a bone stock Altima, I would feel differently about it.
You also wouldn't look twice at it.
Right.
You have seen hundreds of Altimas in that exact condition.
You're exactly right.
And not noticed.
Yeah, but the fact it has a Landau, my eyes go to it, right?
Well, and the fact that they went through the trouble to put the Nissan badge on the Landau top, on the...
Oh, yeah, they did. Let's zoom and enhance, CSI. Yeah, they did. Look at that.
They put an extra chrome badge there and then blacked out the chrome badge over there.
Yeah.
Interesting choices.
Yeah, this person is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so... Thank you, Jessie, for sending us that. And Yeah, she said her mom mentioned that or made a comment about the quantity of dents in the roof of her Fiat because she had some hail damage a while back. Remember, she got her back window broken out.
That's right.
And so she posed landowing her Fiat, which I'm actually kind of behind. And I think if you do it, it should only be like the finest Corinthian leather.
Right. Yeah.
Like Ricardo Montalban's face.
It would have to be silk.
Yeah.
And then it would just be like ripped immediately.
Nice. I like that. So yes. So thank you, Jesse. Ian, we have tons of stuff to talk about this show.
We do, and we have a bunch of listener stuff, and we're going to get to all of that.
Yeah.
But can I do some garage updates really quickly?
You can, Ian.
None of them. And here I want to say this up front, because the last couple of times that we've done my garage updates in particular,
okay,
we've taken it as an opportunity. I'm saying we here.
But you mean me.
I mean you. As an opportunity to really like dig in and find deeper meaning. I'm going to ask that we not do that this time.
Okay.
Because it's not good news. None of it's good news. And I know it's not good news.
Okay.
And I just want to say what it is and then just move on.
I will say, in my defense.
It's almost my birthday.
In my defense, whenever I'm confronted with this bad news, what I try to do is I try to acknowledge what you may be going through.
Right.
Okay? This is the Severnuk method for being a buddy.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Starts with empathy. Okay? Then I try to figure out how to make some kind of action that will result in a positive outcome for everyone involved. Okay? Because in my mind, doing something is better than doing nothing. I live by that.
Okay.
Right? This may explain a lot about me.
Now, does hey man, that sucks. That's something. It's not a lot.
That's the first step. That's empathy. But then we got to go to 2. This is like the stages of grief. You got to hit them all. Then lastly, try to add a little bit of levity to the situation.
Okay.
All right? But for this episode,
we got so much to get to.
I will do my best to see if I can, unlike you, skip number 2.
So much to get to. I skip number 2 all the time. Okay. So
give me your garage updates, buddy, and I'll stab a fork in my leg if I try to make some kind of suggestion. I have this screwdriver here from like audio equipment stuff. I can just yeah. Okay.
Well, and this is, it's funny you mentioned the number 2 thing, and like you got to do something.
Sure.
I did something, and it's working so far, and it's basically the equivalent of, oh man, that's too bad, buddy. It's the automotive equivalent of like, oh man, that sucks. I have no suggestions for you.
Okay, all right.
So I got my first check engine light in, I'm going to say 3 or 4 years in the Volkswagen.
Yeah, in the R32.
Aside from complete electrical failures,
right,
resulting in a check engine light, this is the first one I've had in a long time. And it was a mass airflow sensor.
Okay.
Thing. So people have said sometimes it's just dirty, sometimes the sensor's going bad.
Do you have a K&N filter on there?
I have, yes, basically. So I have like a cold air intake, and it goes down into the fender.
Right, but do you have like an oiled paper?
Yes.
It's an oiled paper. Okay.
Yes.
Those will dirty a MAF faster than standard paper filters.
Correct.
Yes.
Right. So it had also just had we had also just had a bunch of rain.
Yeah, true.
So
humidity cycles in Denver have been crazy lately.
They have been.
And they can wreak havoc on a car.
Yes. Yeah. So I got that. I cleared it. It has not come back.
Okay. All right.
Success? Time will tell.
Okay.
I also now have an intermittent check engine light on the Saab.
I thought you always had an intermittent check engine light on the Saab.
No, the last check engine light I had was last year.
Okay.
And it was the same code.
Okay.
And it resulted in a very expensive, just a really, really expensive fuel pump change.
Oh, okay.
Because you have to drop the tank.
Yes.
And to drop the tank, you have to drop the exhaust and
the rear
axle.
frame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's fun.
Okay.
And I don't want to tell on anyone, but I'm going to tell on someone. While I was out of town, we got a freak late spring snowstorm.
Very heavy snowstorm.
Right.
Yeah.
And typically the workflow in our house is when my wife has to take the kids someplace in the morning,
right,
and it snowed,
okay,
I go outside, I clean off the car,
sure,
I start the car up,
yep,
get it warm,
yeah,
get it ready.
Yeah.
I was not home, so she decided to shortcut that by turning on the wiper blades, and she broke one of the wiper blades.
Sure.
So like the arm that connects, so there's one motor. It's the same kind of design as everything else.
Right.
Every other wiper blade.
Forever.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's one motor, right? And then the driver's side wiper
is off of that main motor.
Is off their main motor, and then there's like a swing arm that goes over to the passenger side one, and the swing arm has busted off the post coming out of the motor.
Okay.
So I have to see if I can figure that. I just diagnosed that today.
Well, so, you were getting in the car to drive somewhere for the weekend, right?
So
that's when you found out.
Right, yeah. So I was out of town last week when the snowstorm happened, and we had scheduled a rental car to go on vacation, which we will talk about next episode because we just have too much to get to today. So we got a rental car to go on this big long road trip that we did around Colorado, because see previous statements about check engine lights and shit.
I'd like the listeners to note that I am now refraining from adding anything to this conversation.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
This is where this is like the image not found.
Yeah.
Shows up.
It's just a 404.
Yeah. It's just me biting my finger.
Dave.com/do something.
Yeah. 404.
404.
Yeah.
Perfect. Anyway, so as we were packing up the car to go,
right,
she was like, "Oh, I broke the wipers." Jesus Christ! Man.
If it never would have rained, you never would have known.
That's true.
Because we did have a rainy weekend.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. So those garage updates, done and done.
Okay. I have garage updates too.
Okay, I want to hear them. And I'm not going to offer any suggestions because I'm helpful.
We had some insane hail in Denver.
We did.
I got impacted by it. I had a little bit around. Here was my sleep schedule the night that all of this happened. Okay. I went to bed at my usual 9:30 p.m. Because I'm an 8-year-old. I was awoken by a massive thunderstorm at 11:30 p.m. Okay. Managed to get back to sleep. Woke up at 1:30 with hail hitting my house.
Ooh.
It sounded like 1,000,000 people throwing rocks at my house.
Yeah.
It was loud.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where it's like, well, there isn't anything I can do. Like, I'm not going to go outside and throw my body on top of the Infinity. The Vigan's in the garage, so.
Right.
You know, there was one time when a hailstorm was coming, and it was like, oh no, like hail is on the way, right? You had like the Weather Underground, like, oh, and I'm in that path. I drove to work and sat in the parking garage.
Nice.
Right? I mean, yeah, you know. But this time, you know, obviously I wasn't. It was already hailing, and so a little bit bigger than quarter-size hail intermittently, and so now I have like 4 or 5 dents in the Infinity.
How did your solar panels fare?
Perfect. Yeah.
Nice.
You can drop a baseball on those from outer space and they're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The solar panels, I don't know if I should publicly say this. They are warranted for everything except one thing. Do you know what that one thing is? It's not hail.
No, what? What is it?
Theft. If someone climbs up onto my roof and rips off the fucking solar panels, that's not covered under the warranty.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Everything else, because it's a Tesla lease, right?
Right.
So anything that happens to it, they cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that covered under your homeowner's insurance then?
No.
Really?
Solar panels under its own thing because it's a leased thing. It's like when you lease a car and the insurance stuff,
Right.
Yeah.
It's all different.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So please don't steal my solar panels. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they did fine. Yeah. Thankfully. So, yeah. Crazy. Yeah. But I will want to talk about the solar system again when we record the Pacifica episode because I have something interesting to say about that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk about that.
So anyway.
Yeah, you should come over to my house sometime when it's gonna hail. Because I have that metal awning.
Oh yeah.
It is so fucking loud.
I bet.
Like it's loud when it rains.
Right.
When it's hailing, oh my god.
Deafening, right?
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's only like, like a 10 square foot
Right.
little patch of metal, but it's so loud.
Yeah. Because you've turned part of your house into a timpani drum.
Basically.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Or a tin drum, like one of the Caribbean tin drums.
Oh yeah, a steel drum. Yeah,
Steel drums,
just
yeah.
playing some
Tin
hot
drums, Jesus.
reggae beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your favorite.
My favorite. Ian,
Dave, what is next?
let's talk about some stuff that we've gotten from Johnny.
Okay.
So our buddy Johnny on Twitter, Mr. Detail R, he's got his own detail shop, Attention for Detail.
Yes.
Check him out if you're in Wisconsin.
Yeah, southeastern Wisconsin.
There we go. So he does amazing work, and he got to work on some great cars, and he sent us an FMK cars.
Absolutely.
But before we get to that, I want to talk about something because he coined a term for some cars that we talked about a while ago. So we had one of those shows where we were just talking about some positive things, right? And one of those things was cars that you're just happy to see. Not like like wax wings or anything like that. Just plain old, you're just happy to see it. Right? And I saw one today, a Ford Probe GT, the turbo.
Really?
Yeah. Let me pull up a picture of one because they look like little baby BMW 8 Series, and I love them.
Yeah.
Right? Tell people some that you see, Ian.
Oh man. I would say any old BMW 6 Series.
Sure.
Like the old ones.
Yeah.
From the 80s or 90s. Those are always I just am so happy to see them. And actually, anytime I see like a big kind of like luxury coupe now.
Oh yeah.
I'm just excited to see those.
Yeah.
Like the CLKs.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Right. I'm always happy to see a Ford Thunderbird, like the
80s one.
Yeah, the same as the Fox body.
Right. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, Ford Probe GT.
What's so funny about the Ford Probe is that they were everywhere.
Right.
And they're gone.
Yeah.
Like you just don't see them.
Yeah. Right. I was riding my bike today and I saw one parked on the street past where I was riding, and I was like, oh shit.
Do you think they all rusted? Do you think that's what the problem is? What
Could
do you
be.
think happened to all of them?
Because that engine was largely bulletproof. So for the turbos, obviously it's turbo failure, right? But then, I mean, I think that turbo was pretty easy to get to, but yeah, I don't know. I bet it's rust. And just crappy wiring, phantom issues from old copper.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's got to be stuff like that because there's other stuff.
Right. From that era.
From that era of that same class that are absolutely, you still see them around.
Right. Fox body Mustangs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. From the same manufacturer.
I'm also very distracted by the fact that Wikipedia has this as a the Ford Mustang.
Oh, nice. Ford Mustang third generation.
Because for anyone who doesn't know, the Ford Probe was supposed to be the replacement
for the Mustang.
Because the Mustang was outdated and wasn't going to survive, and so Ford came out with
proposed replacement.
Yeah,
Ford
with the Mustang.
With the Probe.
With the Probe, right?
Yeah. Mustang fans quickly responded. Really? Do you think Mustang fans responded about a Probe replacing their Mustang?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
A front-wheel drive 4-cylinder.
Really?
Yeah.
They've responded, hey? I bet all those responses were very nice.
I'm sure they were very positive.
Yeah. But But so Johnny coined a term for this, and he said, so let's see here. He said, what are your McRib cars? Happy to see them. You see yourself enjoying one, and you're always sad to see it go. So like the McDonald's McRib, which I have to admit I've never had in my entire life.
I have also never had a McRib.
Okay, but still, I think it's a perfect term for these cars,
It
right?
is, yeah.
Right? Yeah, so I think Ford Probe GT, yeah, McRib cars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It is. Yeah, I saw a Mitsubishi 3000 GT today.
Yeah.
But that has a little bit more wax wings connotation. I mean,
and it's also like universally desirable now.
Right, true.
Whereas
A Subaru SVT.
Yeah.
Or is it SVX?
SVX.
SVX. I always mix it up. Yeah.
I also kind of think that the McRib, and maybe this is me putting my own like
meat opinion on it.
Yeah, meat opinion.
Are you meat splaining to us?
I'm meat splaining about fast food. Like it's something that you enjoy by yourself with a certain amount of shame. Right?
You are absolutely tracking your own,
but not even just shame, but like it's not like I'm going to
guilt. This is guilt,
maybe, but like it's because it's not the same as a guilty pleasure, really. It's more like this isn't.
I didn't use the word pleasure.
No, because like you share a nice meal with your friends, right? And you all crave a nice meal. You all also crave shitty fast food, but you don't necessarily go do it together.
Okay.
Right? You go through the drive-thru by yourself on the way to the airport.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Sure.
Or after you arrive home at the airport.
Okay.
So I think like if something is too universally loved, it's exempted out of it graduates out of McRib category.
Give me an example.
Well, like the 3000 GT.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Or a Nissan 300.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
ZX, yeah.
It needs to be a little bit more obscure.
Sideways. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right?
Like a Contour SVT.
There you go. Contour SVT. That's a great McRib car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't see them around.
No.
But you do see, you see them.
Right.
Very rarely.
Oh, what was the weird little Mercury truck thing? Mercury Marauder.
No, because the Marauder was the...
No, not Marauder. What was it? It was like their baby El Camino. Remember that?
Oh, right. It's the same as the Ford, Jesus Christ, Ranchero. It's the same as the Ranchero.
No,
is that what you're talking about?
Small. It was the same as, what was it?
Why don't you just Google pickup truck?
Yeah. Yeah, what was it? Oh, it was a tiny little truck car. I can't remember. This makes for bad podcasting.
Mercury truck car.
Mercury truck car. Yeah. Oh, or maybe I'm thinking of a Dodge. Shit. I can't remember. I knew a guy in high school that had one. Those always make me happy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I saw one a little while ago on Pena Boulevard.
Okay. I think Volkswagen pickups always make me happy like that.
Yeah. The Volkswagen thing.
No. The little pickups.
What was that? VW pickup. Like the van? Oh yeah, these little guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, those were great. Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
I love those.
And I think like with Johnny's description where he said it's sad to see it go, if you walked past one in a junkyard, you'd be a little sad that it's not on the road anymore.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that certainly applies. Yeah. Fantastic. McRib cars is how they shall be known.
I like it.
Thank you, Johnny, Mr. Detail R.
On the Twitters.
Follow
him and go take your cars to him.
So,
and he sent us a voicemail.
He did, and the FMK cars to go along with it. So let's
sweet.
play the voicemail.
Hey guys, Johnny here. I just wanted to say thank you, a huge thank you for promoting my little shop here as you guys did. I really appreciate it, guys. With that being said, I want to give you guys enough of my FMK cars of the 3 oldest cars I've gotten to polish out, that would be a 1929 Buick. I'm not sure the model, but it's an old Buick. I'll send you guys photos. And then a 1970s Oldsmobile Toronado, and then it would be about 1980s Camaro. All right, guys, have fun. Bye.
Yeah. Okay. So some older cars that he's gotten to polish out. He sent us a second voicemail. I think he was tagging on.
Hey guys, Johnny, just fixing my last voice message there. For the sake of diversity, let's throw in a Ford Mustang SVO. All right?
There we go.
All right, talk to you later. Send you the pictures on Twitter. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you, Johnny. Okay,
Awesome.
so here's a picture of the 1929 Oldsmobile. Is that what you said?
A Buick.
Buick, 1929 Buick. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Right? Wooden wheels. Wooden wheels, Ian.
I know.
Right? Let's see. Did I miss one here? Yeah, let me grab that. Yeah, is that it? Oh no,
That's
I
the
need to
same
get
one.
I need to get one.
This guy right here.
This one right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That's a gorgeous color too.
It is. It's really cool.
If I was working on something that old, my butt would be puckered shut. I would be so scared about damaging it. Yeah, but obviously
Yeah.
Johnny's a professional. He knows what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah. And
It's
then
a really cool car.
it is, right? And then I love these old Oldsmobile Tornados.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so I think this is the before picture of the
Uh-huh.
foggy paint. And then here it is. Look at that, man.
Wow.
Oh, we're not showing people on the internet. Oh, here we go. Okay, Buick, 1929 Buick,
Uh-huh.
right? And then here's the Toronado, before and after. Look at that. White and red, like in that color scheme, is so good.
Yeah, with the quarter Landau.
Right? Quarter Landau. Yeah. See, now we know not only, can you believe that, like, not only do we know the exact name for those goddamn vinyl roofs, but we know when it's a quarter, half, and
Yeah.
full.
Yeah.
Oh my God. When does
Yeah.
somebody land out an entire car? Like vinyl covered every surface.
Right, like a wrap, but like with
But-
vinyl.
Yeah, with like, because there's some kind of padding, like there's
Yeah.
some like bunting or something
Mhm.
underneath it. Like do that over the entire car.
That's what I'm gonna do to my car. We're gonna 100% Landau.
Okay, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full coverage Landau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also I gotta say, so I'm not like a huge Olds Tornado fan,
Really? Okay.
but that pinstriping along the detailing
Right, on those fender lines.
is just so rad.
Perfect, right?
Yeah. It's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And this like buckle right here.
Mhm.
That's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very cool.
And then let's see here. Oh, and here's the Ford Mustang
SVO.
SVO.
Super cool car.
Right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Is that a factory wing on the back?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, those are super, super cool.
And so what made up the SVO?
It was a turbo 4-cylinder.
Okay.
It was a turbocharged. I think it was a 2.3.
Oh, nice.
Which is like a nice like circular thing back to the current
EcoBoost 4-cylinder,
EcoBoost
right?
Mustang. I think it was a 2.3. I might be wrong about that, but they were super cool cars.
Yeah.
And they weren't. I think they were kind of like, I think in the day, and they kind of looked down upon by the 5.0 people.
Sure.
But they're kind of like becoming desirable now, as you can imagine.
Right. Yeah.
Because 80s turbo.
Yeah, right?
It was the coolest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I love those cars.
So what would you do, FMK, Ian?
I would marry the Mustang SVO.
Okay. All right.
I just think I'm fascinated by those cars. I think they're super cool. And for
Yeah.
a day, I'm driving the 29 Buick.
Absolutely.
Like I don't know nearly as much about pre-war cars as I should. I think,
Right.
I feel like, but I think there's a lot of people our age who are, even people with, encyclopedic knowledge of cars, which I'm not claiming to have, but don't know that much about pre-war era cars.
Right.
They're kind of like they're a totally different chapter.
Right.
They really are.
Yeah.
But they're fascinating.
They are.
So yeah, I would definitely drive that for a day.
Nice. Nice. I think I'm torn between driving the pre-war Oldsmobile and the Tornado. I really am.
Really? I'm surprised you're not marrying the Tornado.
Yeah, I kind of want to.
You could definitely pull off the Tornado.
Okay, okay, Ian.
Do you think it likes me, though? Do you think it'll like me back?
Will it slide me a note across the lunch table?
I bet it would.
Do you want to drive me? Check the box, yes or no.
I bet it would.
Do one of those like things like with the
Oh yeah,
the folded up paper fortune teller thing.
The paper, yeah.
Yeah, right. What were those called?
Or play MASH.
MASH. Yep. Play MASH.
Play MASH.
Yep. Yeah.
We should play MASH with cars.
Okay.
That'd be fun. I don't even remember how to play MASH.
Me neither. So I think I would marry the Tornado and then drive the pre-war car for a day.
Okay.
And I think if you and I are driving the pre-war car, we have to dress period correct.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
We have to wear like riding pants with those weird like things on the side.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think it'd be funnier though if we dress period correct, but like 1729.
Like we were a couple decades off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because centuries off. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Decades. Wow.
I always thought
it's past my bedtime, everyone.
I'm always suggesting to people, like I had a friend on Facebook a while back ask, what should I wear? Which of these outfits should I wear to an 80s party?
Yes.
And I was like, you should dress like it's the 1880s. Just be like, what?
You didn't say.
Yeah.
You didn't say what century.
Yeah. I always thought that would be funny to do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You'd be that guy at the
cool
party.
Story.
Yeah. Go figure you'd be that guy at the party.
With like a fake mole on, like, what?
Powdering your... Yeah.
That would be like 1780s, but whatever.
Perfect.
Still funny.
Okay.
Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a fantastic FMK car.
And well done on that Tornado paint.
Yeah.
It looked banging.
Yeah, right?
It really did.
Yeah, he does good work, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, we have Lewis down in Florida sent us this. That's a Land Rover on fire. Go figure. Hey, raise your hand if you've seen a Land Rover on fire. I have.
Have you really?
Yeah, remember I told that story about coming down I-70 and there was no traffic coming the other way and a plume of smoke.
Uh-huh.
And I thought it was a zombie apocalypse that nobody told me about because I wasn't listening to a radio. They didn't send out an Amber Alert for that.
Yeah.
Right? And I passed a Land Rover Discovery 2 on fire and the people standing outside of it.
Yeah.
Have
you ever seen a car fire from like start to that point?
I have not. It's got to be terrifying.
It's so fast.
Okay.
Like the first,
like from like under hood.
Yeah.
To okay.
So one time I was
complete consumption.
Right. So one time I was back in the town where I graduated high school from, and I was, I can't remember how I got in the situation, but basically I was gonna pull out of a driveway.
Okay.
Onto the road.
Sure.
That goes through the town.
That's usually what they connect to. Go on.
Well, I mean, like not a road, the road.
Oh, okay. All right.
The road in town.
Not the Cormac McCarthy book.
Right, exactly. Although it seemed like it. And like right in front of the driveway, this car broke down and blocked traffic, so I couldn't get out.
Sure.
And it turned out that it caught fire.
Oh no, okay.
It was catching fire as we were there. So like we couldn't go anywhere, so we just had no choice but to watch it.
Right.
And I would say for the first 5 minutes, there was a lot of smoldering.
Right. Didn't really seem like anything.
It was very undramatic. They were like rummaging through stuff to get stuff out of the car.
Sure.
Or whatever.
Like I need this Mentos gum.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like I can just leave that, right?
Right.
From minutes 0 to the end of 5.
Right. Not
pretty
bad.
undramatic, and it was more like annoying, like, just push the fucking thing out of the way.
Right.
What are we doing?
Okay.
From minutes 5 to 10, though, holy shit! Like once you can like see flames clearly,
right,
and it reaches the interior, it is done.
Okay,
it goes so fast.
Okay.
Like the tank, the gas tank goes, like it goes so quick
Wow.
after a couple of minutes.
Okay.
It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, that's the whole story.
So
I did see a car fire this weekend though.
no way.
There was a Mazda 3 that we
What?
passed on I-25 going south, and it was newly on fire.
No way.
Yeah, they were the same sort of thing. Hood up, people standing away from it, and I was in the left lane, and I like popped over a hill and saw it,
Right.
so we couldn't stop, and there were already other people stopped, but I was like telling Jenny like, yeah, that car is gone in 10 minutes.
Right.
There's it won't be anything left.
Right.
It's too late.
Oh man, that's frightening.
It is. It's really frightening.
Didn't our buddy Greg Welsh have an engine bay fire in his Alpha that he had in like high school?
Yeah. Yeah, he did tell us
and
that.
he managed to like get it the rest of the way to his house and put it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That guy's a legend.
I know. It is sketchy though. Engine bay fires are scary.
Yeah.
Scary things.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's past my bedtime.
It really is.
Okay.
It's 4 minutes past your bedtime.
Lewis, thank you so much for sending us this. And please, for the love of God, stay safe because the entire state of Florida is trying to kill you.
It's very true.
Yes.
It's frightening.
Yes. Let's see here. So we also need to talk about, let's see here. Oh, our buddy Nick Lindy sent us something. Let's see. What did Lindy? Oh yeah, he sent us this Volvo with a vanity license plate that said Sweded.
Yes.
Yeah, or Sweded.
Swede-D?
Sweded.
Swede.
Yeah, Sweded.
Swede-D.
Yeah, Sweet D.
Oh, Sweet D.
Sweet D or Sweded.
Maybe it's Sweet D. Maybe they're It's Always Sunny fans.
Maybe. Or they are big fans of the movie by Michelle Gondry called Be Kind Rewind with Mos Def, now known as Yasin Bey, and Jack Black.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, where they sweeted movies. They did low-budget versions.
Oh, right.
Did you see that movie?
I saw it when it first came out.
Okay, I really like that.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
I do like Michelle Gondry a lot, though.
Oh, yeah, right?
I think
You had a different take on this.
I did have a different take on it. I don't remember what it was now. Let me see if I can find it really quick.
It was as if it was some kind of punishment. Ian, do you remember that?
Right.
It was, I'm going to read it to you, Ian.
Uh-huh.
It was, you said, I can't find it. Something about pelting somebody with.
I said, I assume this means the past tense of a vicious and all too common sweeting attack.
Okay.
So you were sweeted. To be sweeted
Uh-huh.
means that you were pelted with meatballs,
Uh-huh.
forced to listen to ABBA, all while assembling IKEA furniture. And I said that it was empowering to see someone take ownership of such a harrowing experience.
I think that sounds like a Tuesday for you.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to pay extra for all that in the red light district. You got to pay extra.
I love
I like the idea that someone's walking into a brothel and then someone's like, shit, do we have the meatballs ready?
like there's like tiny little wrench. My favorite game to play is let's just see how far how good Dave's spatial abilities are while assembling IKEA furniture and throwing the instructions away from moment one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I call that hard mode.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
That is hard mode.
Yeah. I try to improv off of the instructions sometimes. I'll try to go off book.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll be like, I think I know where this is headed.
Uh-huh.
And then like realize that like I
And then
missed
you gotta-
a step.
you gotta
I gotta
backtrack.
back up. Yeah.
You get it all assembled and you have like 4 dowels left. Like,
right.
shit, that
And-
can't be good.
And I lay on the bed and just fall to the floor. Yeah. Yep. So thank you, Nick, for sending that. Let's see here. Let's see. Our buddy Matt sent us a vanity plate. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is a friend of his.
Yes.
Like sister's husband or something. The license plate says YASKWN. Yas Queen.
And again, It's the like these specialty license plates with like the fucking
Tiger?
I think it was
Bobcat, maybe?
Yeah, it's probably a bobcat. I was thinking Connecticut. It's probably like a bobcat or a lynx, maybe.
Right.
But it's a cat.
Yes, Queen. I would rock that license plate. That is fantastic.
That is,
I love it.
Very much
Right?
approved.
Thank you, Matt, for sending us that.
That's really funny.
Yes, right? Let's see here. I have something a little bit more serious that I'd like to talk about real quick. So this is a vanity plate that I saw yesterday. Okay. So I was driving to work and I saw this. It's an individual in a Hyundai Sonata with a vanity license plate that says Baghdad.
Okay.
They also have a U.S. Army sticker on the car. And I would just like to say one thing.
Okay.
I have the privilege of knowing a veteran and a couple veterans, actually, right? And I would like to say that from the outside, someone who has not served in the military, that at best, the feelings that those individuals have around active duty, at best, are complicated.
Well, I know a lot of people who don't have complicated feelings at all about it.
Well, the ones I know, right? You know?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
At best, I feel like they're complicated. And I don't understand why this person would be compelled to put Baghdad specifically on their license plate. I'm sure there's a reason. I respect them for it.
Yeah.
And that's really it. I would like to move on.
I have actually something really important to say about this.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's hear it.
As you know,
we touched feet under the table.
A little bit we did.
Yeah.
I am a veteran.
Yes.
I did serve in Iraq. And so looking at this, I have serious concerns about this person.
Yeah.
Mostly because they bought this car from Hertz. And that is not a good idea, you guys. You can't buy an old rental car.
Because you drove it before.
Yeah, I've driven that car probably and done unspeakable things in it.
No. That's a Hertz car.
Well,
you didn't do it.
No.
But just rental cars.
I'm saying rental cars in general.
Right.
You don't buy rental cars.
Right.
That's a terrible idea.
Right. Because you know who rents cars? Ian does.
Yeah. That's what I have to say about that.
Okay. All right. Here's another vanity plate I saw.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. It's a Ford it's a Ford Explorer, and the license plate says Y space O space MNG, and it's a Colorado plate, and it says Wyoming.
Or they are a fan of Chinese basketball players.
Yao Ming,
and that's a Yao Ming fan. Racist.
There's a tiny little Wyoming horse sticker.
I know.
Up in the corner. Oh, yeah, right.
People are so
Wyoming
strange.
On a Colorado plate.
Again, people, this is bad OPSEC.
Yeah, it is.
It's bad OPSEC. Someone's gonna guess your security questions on your bank.
Exactly. Right. Guaranteed that person has at least one password that is Wyoming.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I saying? All of their passwords are the same password.
Right.
I
don't understand this compulsion to tell people about yourself. I don't get it. I share as little information as possible, and I have a show on the internet.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, we have a car stanza.
I'm very proud of you for not digging into that one either. Let's keep moving though.
Yeah. We have some car stanzas. So our buddy Donnie sent us this. This is a Hyundai. What is that Hyundai? No, is it a Hyundai? Yeah, it's a Hyundai. Mm-hmm. So it was originally the Hyundai. What was the model? XL or XG, something like that.
I don't know.
Somebody decided to tack a 350 badge on the end of it to try to make it look like a Jaguar or BMW or something. And
I don't understand anything that's happening here.
Right.
I am here solely for that just half-assed L.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I enjoy about all of this.
Yeah, where the glue fell off. Yeah. Yeah, just the glue residue remains.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
Yeah. Because when you car stanza your car, you're really car stanzaing your soul.
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
When you're lying about your car, you're lying about yourself.
Yeah. I don't really know what that means, but I like it.
And then lastly, I think, let's see here. Do we want to talk about the Dodge Caravan?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
who sent this out on Twitter?
I think it was Matt.
Patrick George.
Patrick George.
Yes, tweeted out and a couple pictures. It's a Dodge Caravan with some Audi Quattro stickers on it.
And an APR.
And an APR performance sticker.
And some sweet aftermarket wheels.
Yeah. And so you replied with, with the Know Your Automotive Phenomena, car stanza, a term we coined.
Correct.
I did a bunch of research on trying to see if anybody has used the phrase car stanza before us.
Yeah.
The only thing I can find is one Twitter account at car stanza. They've never tweeted. They have one follower, and they were set up in 2014.
Huh.
I think we can lay claim that car stanza, the term, is our intellectual property. Ian.
The idea that we have intellectual property is laughable.
It is. Stop covering your face from the camera. The camera wants to see you, Ian. The internet.
Intellectual property implies intellect, Dave.
We have property. We have think and thought property.
Yeah.
So yeah. But this is something that Chilton manuals. Anybody who knows anything about their car knows Chilton, right?
Yeah.
The amazing manuals that we've all loved. I don't even have a Honda Civic anymore, but I still have the Chilton manual, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're amazing, right? But Chilton actually responded, car stanza. Yeah, so if we would love for Chilton to come on the show. Yeah, because we need to talk because your manuals changed our lives.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that was very nice to see. Thank you,
It's
Chilton.
the only reason I was able to shove a fuel pump in a very unsafe Audi 5000 many years ago, which probably was a net like detriment to humanity that I got that crap can back on the road.
True.
But you get what I'm saying.
Right. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. I have an FMK Cars.
I would love to hear it.
FMK
FMK Cars is a game that Dave and I play on the show. It's based on the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but instead of people, we play it with cars. F means you drive it for a day. M means you marry it. It's your new daily driver. K means you kill it. It goes to the crusher immediately.
That's right.
Crusher, spelled with a K.
Crusher.
Sure, why not?
So I'm good at fake fantasy Formula F1.
Oh, right. Yes, you are.
And since I know so much about Formula One, I know what Formula One drivers drive to the track.
Oh.
Like what their cars are and everything. And I actually take that into account on their performance for that weekend, what they're going to be driving.
Okay. So
it's all part of the grand equation that I'm beautiful minding with red yarn and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. You should see this blanket for it on race weekend. It's just
so like if
red
I drop
yarn.
the blankets down, it's like the Charlie Day, like
yeah, conspiracy center. Yeah,
Okay.
Right? So I read an article or I viewed a listicle about some of the cars that F1 drivers own.
Okay.
They're all super current, let me tell you. Okay? Okay.
Is it going to be like Nigel Mansell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he on the list?
He was on the list. Okay. So first up, we have Seb Vettel.
Yeah.
He had a Renault at one point.
He did.
Twizy. F1.
He had a Renault Twizy?
And it was a specially modified Twizy.
What?
With KERS. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Right? Okay. So here it is. Here's Seb driving his Twizy with Kurz.
Well, that also has slicks on it, so if
Right.
he doesn't drive that.
Shut up. Okay, Fun Crusher. But look at that.
That's fantastic.
Okay, so
I love everything about that.
can you fit 2 people in that? Is there
Yeah,
a back seat? It's
tandem seating.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like it's Renault's like tiny city car.
yeah, yeah. So they put a wing on the front of it. They put slicks on
and a
it.
huge wing on the back too.
Yeah, yeah,
That is
and
fucking fantastic.
right. Okay, all right. So first
I
up,
want one.
you get Seb and his Twizy. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, are they driving me?
Yes, you are being driven by them.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
So you're always going to come in 3rd or 4th.
With with Seb. Okay.
See, F1 knowledge.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, there were several years there where he was
Right, but not now.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't get these people at their peak. I get them current day.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, God, I hope all these people are still alive. Up next, Nico Rosberg.
He is still alive. He's not racing in Formula 1 anymore.
He had a Mercedes-Benz A-Class. You know what the A-Class is?
I know what the A-Class is. Sure he did.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did
Here
have
it
an
is.
A-Class.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, there's him and his soccer hooligan friends.
Right. So like so that's the GLA here
Right.
is the A-Class.
Oh,
but
yeah,
we
yeah,
have
that's
a
what-
lifted one, but they have an A45
In the UK.
In the UK.
Right. You get whatever that is.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And Nico's driving you, so I know nothing about him.
Okay.
Lastly, you get Mark Webber,
Okay.
and I think you might like this one,
I love Mark Webber. He's awesome.
in an Infiniti
Okay.
M37S. So the next iteration of my car, but with the V6.
Huh.
And he's actually driven his on a track several times.
That does.
Here's people riding with him
Yeah.
as he's drifting
Yeah.
his Infiniti.
Okay.
All right?
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna crush Nico
Okay, and the Mercedes
and the A-Class
and his soccer hooligan friends.
Yeah, I have no interest in any of that.
Okay.
And then the choice between because they're both like pretty funny.
Okay.
Sebastian Vettel is actually like a pretty funny guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I know this.
And right, because you know everything about F1. So,
Right, yeah. Post-race interviews, pre-race interviews, those are all part of the conspiracy equation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
World's biggest F1 fan over
Uh-huh. Yeah.
here.
I put the
Man.
F in F1.
I think I will marry Mark Webber in the G37.
M37.
M37, sorry. Mostly because I mean, they're both cool guys. They don't like each other very much,
Okay.
incidentally.
And you want your dashboard to look like a Japanese ATM, like mine does?
Uh-huh. But also you're covered from the elements. That's
Right.
I think
True.
that's what tips
True.
it.
Okay.
And then
okay.
for a day, we will just rip around in the Twizy.
Right,
That
with
sounds fun. And I'll
Kurz.
just flick his ear.
Can
'cause I'm
you
sitting behind him?
Yeah. Can you imagine like when Kurz kicks in on that thing?
Right, and it goes from I think I saw like 17 to 97 horsepower.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Uh-huh.
That'd be so crazy.
Right? Yeah.
So, world's biggest F1 fan.
Uh-huh.
What would you do?
I would definitely marry Mark and the Infiniti M37.
Okay.
Yeah, being a big fan of the M line.
And Mark Webber,
And Mark Webber, sure.
who is from
England? America? Capricorn?
No,
That's a constellation.
I know.
Mark Webber, you know.
Famously, he's from this
Wales. Australia.
He's from Australia.
New Zealand.
He's from Australia. You got it.
Boston. His name is Mark Webber. And he's gonna get you a goddamn lobster.
Yeah.
You freaking stinker.
Yeah. As opposed to Sebastian Vettel, who's from.
He's like from Los Angeles, and he's from the Britons.
He's German.
He's German.
Yeah.
Vettel.
As is Nico Rosberg.
Okay. We need to stop touching
Well,
feet.
you're over on my side. My legs aren't that long.
We've never touched feet during the show before.
And it's happened twice.
I know.
What's happening over there?
I'm a little bit more leaned back with the new mics.
That's what that we both are. That's what it is. We're reclining.
Yeah.
It's a side effect.
It is. I might burn
That's
these
an
microphones.
unfortunate side effect.
We're going to need to sit on the same side of a desk and talk to the cameras like a news crew.
Oh, God. That'd be really weird.
Right?
Yeah.
Just you and I talking to a television.
Yeah.
How
long has this been going on?
I don't know, but it's going to go on a little bit longer.
We're at 55 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Let's get to PETA's thing.
So our good buddy PETA.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what this is. I just see his name on there.
Well, so we have a little story about PETA. All
Okay.
right. So we're going to go to the 2-cam setup for this one. All right.
I guess Dave is done talking about Formula One.
I've said so much.
And so little.
Anything else would just be giving you tips for the next race, which is in. Oh,
you're asking me where the next race is?
Yeah, Ian.
It's in Canada.
I know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. When I do a visual gag, I need to back it up with an audio gag for the podcast listeners. I didn't know that.
We know you didn't know that. It's fine.
Ian.
Yes, Dave.
So our buddy PETA,
Uh-huh.
he is a single man.
Yes.
He's been out there this is a little bit more of a recent change.
Okay.
So if you happen to
Playing with the microphone, bad idea.
If you happen to be in the market for a tall mainer, give him a call.
Yeah.
But so he's been out on the dating apps.
Oh God. Oh.
And he went and had a drink with a lady.
Okay.
Interesting thing about this.
Uh-huh.
She has a smart car.
Ah.
She let him drive it.
Oh.
And I'm sure he'll elaborate more on his own. We were actually talking on the phone before you came over.
Okay.
And we need to figure out how to get a call, like an actual call in to the blanket fort.
Okay.
You know, we could Skype him in, but also just a good old plain old telephone. Right?
Yeah.
Would be great too. And he was the handling was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Have you driven a smart car?
I have.
Oh, okay. All right. So hers was the Smart 4.2, right? Yeah. He said he had no idea somebody could fill a smart car with so much shit.
So there's not going to be a second date. Is what the short version of this story is. This is a one and done.
The transmission made insane noises, and she said it always does that.
Yeah.
She drives it year-round.
Yeah.
In Vail.
That's fucking crazy.
You can't get studded tires for these things.
You can't.
So what she has is some ATV tire chains. She's driven it up and over Vail Pass.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
So
right?
I drove a smart car several years ago in Oklahoma.
Okay, so closer to sea level.
Yeah, closer to sea level, but it was a diesel one, and it was it a diesel one? I think it was a diesel one.
I didn't think the diesel ones ever made it to the States.
It was a Canadian model.
No.
Yeah, so
secret Canadian.
It was. So remember my story about me driving the Aston Martin DB5?
Yes.
So that woman owned a business, and her mascot cars were smart cars.
Okay, sure.
And so one of them was owned by our friend who worked for her, and or not owned by her, but that was her car. And I had to drive it home one time.
Sure.
And it was all in kilometers an hour. It was a Canadian market car.
Okay.
It was horrendous.
Okay. All right.
Top 5 worst cars I've ever driven.
Really?
And I was so excited because I was like, this thing's going to be so much fun.
Right.
It's tiny, short wheelbase.
Right.
Rear engine, rear drive. It's awful. Awful. This was one of the first generation smart cars.
Sure.
Horrendous. The new ones are supposed to be much, much better.
Okay.
I have not driven a newer one. The old ones are real, real bad.
Okay.
Do you know what year this one is?
I don't.
So that's going to be key because the new ones are supposed to be much, much better.
Okay.
But yeah, those old ones are just huge piles of junk.
Okay.
Like it was slow and terrifying all at once. Like slow, terrifying, bad handling, but not like fun bad handling.
Right,
like
right.
just like there's
Like pants shitting bad.
but like boring all at the same like
Oh, weird. Okay.
yeah, I can't it's just this very strange mix of emotions that not even the Germans have a word for.
Wow.
Like it's boring and bad and terrifying and slow all at once.
Wow.
It's almost impressive.
I like that. I've never had the pleasure because I can't fucking fit in one.
Yeah, no, there's no way you'd fit in it. There's no way.
Yeah. I sat in a convertible model at the auto show years and years ago. My head came up over the windshield line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems right.
And I asked the person, does the seat go down? And he just laughed and shook his head. He just said, no. That's as low as it gets. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. So that's the story of Peter and his encounter with a smart car.
Oh my God,
Right?
that's amazing.
Yeah. But if you're out on a date and somebody says, I have a smart car, do you want to drive it?
The answer is yes.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And also, I'll never talk to you again.
The flip side of that is, do you want to get into my smart car? The answer is no. Right? See, there's a difference. If you're in control of your fate, then go for it. You don't want to be taken someplace by a stranger in a smart car.
Yeah. Never go to a second location with a stranger, and especially never do it in a smart car.
Because you already know they have bad judgment. Especially if they live in Vale. That doesn't make any sense.
Hey, what do you do?
Parking spots in Vale are enormous. You don't need a smart car. I don't get that. I don't understand. Why would you own that in Vale?
Ian.
It's very
I
confusing.
mean, I think you're starting to unwrap the paradox that is this individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only thing that can be done now is, PETA, you're going to have to date this person for a long time, and you're going to have to be our agent on the inside. So I'm sorry to make such a big decision for you in your life. In this format. This seems like a bad format to make this decision, but it's happened already.
With your life? Yeah.
So we're going to need weekly reports.
Yeah.
We'll come up with some sort of like spy drop style. You can do some dead drops.
There you go.
At
Yeah.
the top of Vale Pass.
Yeah. We're going to need like an encrypted Twitter account. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We'll just drop a USB drive at the top of Vale Pass.
Right.
Dave will go get it because my car will be broken. I won't be able to get up there, but it's fine. Dave will go get it and bring it back, and then I'll decrypt it, and we'll
there
listen
you go.
And play your.
The password is lobster.
Because he's from Maine, guys. Do you get it? He's from Maine.
That would be funny if like we just silently heard like Peter changing all his passwords. Lobster 2. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, mine is ow, my sunburn hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see here. So lastly, Ian, you want to talk about being in Salida?
Sure. We're already pretty long.
Okay.
Do you want to? Should we just save that for the next one?
Do you want to save it?
Let's save it because I want to like dig in because there's a bunch of stuff.
Okay. All right.
And then it'll dovetail nicely with my rental car story.
Okay. Nice.
Which I will talk about.
Okay.
I will say briefly.
Yeah.
So last week when we tried to do our Skype call episode, which didn't work well.
Yeah.
I had
for your body.
Yeah, I had a Chrysler 300.
Right. Yes.
And I want to say that
300S.
A 300S.
Yep.
It was the V6.
Okay.
The 300S.
Yeah.
I was disappointed in that car.
Okay.
Yeah, it had been a long time since I've driven the V6 300.
Okay.
Because I think the last couple ones that I drove were V8s.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, the transmission in that car was awful.
Really?
Like that. I've driven that same transmission in other cars, that same 8-speed.
Right.
And it's been fine.
Huh.
But it was just like, it was never doing what I wanted it to.
Okay.
And I can't, like, it wasn't like one thing was wrong with it. It was just, you know, like when you and your partner, your spouse or your girlfriend or whatever,
Sure.
you two are you're just out of phase for one day, you know?
Okay.
Like, you ever have days like that where you're just out of phase just a little bit, and you're not finishing each other's sentences right, and you're stepping on each other's toes a little bit around the house or whatever. That's what that transmission was like.
Weird.
I tried the different drive modes.
You bought it flowers?
I tried to, like, let it sleep in.
Okay.
You know, I'll take the kids. Nothing. It just didn't happen.
Right.
And it just wasn't going to.
Huh.
And I was like, you know what? We'll try another day. We'll try another day with another transmission, another engine combination.
Right.
So, yeah. That's it. That's all I had to report about that. We've talked about the 300 a lot.
We have, but it's been sitting with you for a bit, huh?
It was. Yeah, it was just
the slow burn, huh?
Yeah, it was just strange.
Okay.
It was just a weird thing because I know that's a decent transmission
right.
in other cars, and even in that car with a different engine, just grated on me a little bit.
You know what made me fall in love with the CVT?
A bigger engine?
A bigger engine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? Yeah.
It's true. Sometimes
it's got to be in harmony.
It's true.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Good coupling. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
I get it. I'm just exhausted.
I get it. I'm sleepy.
Well, I think that's a fantastic place to say we did a car show.
We did do a car show, Ian.
I would say that people should come to Denver on June 18th.
Absolutely.
For our Unser karting thingy.
Yes. Buy tickets.
Buy tickets even if you're not going to go. Just buy us. No, don't do that.
And if you're not going to race, it's free to come watch the show, but you should probably buy some food or a drink or something.
Definitely buy lots of beers.
Yeah.
And watch the other people race.
Yeah.
And then you'll be, we'll say, lubricated.
Exactly, to laugh at our dumb jokes.
Or whatever this is.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'll get to see Dave transform into the Crypt Keeper at 9:31 p.m.
Exactly.
Which is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
And it'll be fun. Also, follow us on the media social.
Yep. Twitter.
The YouTubes and the iTunes.
Yep.
And the things and the places.
Like Johnny did, you can send us an FMK cars.
Yeah.
Right? Send us, text or call the automotive hotline if you see a Land Rover on fire.
Right.
If you see a vanity plate that makes you wonder what the hell is going on.
Correct.
What is
720?
There you go. You got that.
515 1391.
Boom! He got it, everybody.
I memorized a phone number in the year of our Lord 2019.
I know, right? That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, that sounds really good.
Doesn't it, though? This is my first time trying it. I kind of enjoy it.
New microphone. So text us or give us a call if you see something, say something, right? And we're we can pop in on the chat real quick, see if anybody had anything to say. And no, they did not. Yes. All right. So anyway,
we love you, everybody.
Yeah, we do.
We will talk to you again very soon.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.